Okay, that was interesting. I've just got back and I'm just waiting for Ben. His heat shield decided to come off. Yeah, fingers crossed. It's still attached. Crazy. How you doing, everyone? Just going to carry out a few bits and pieces on the 86 today. So I'll get the garage open and we'll crack on. So one of the first things I wanted to do is polish this roof. I'm going to get the mop on it. It's hard to bring it up on camera, but believe it or not, there's lots and lots of tiny little light scratches all over it, and that's my fault. Even with the cover on, I've put things even lightly on the roof and it's scratched it. So yeah, that's one of the jobs I want to do. Okay, another job after this engine rebuild, which was, I think, 2020 if I remember rightly. And a massive thanks to Rob May who did this. He actually managed to rebuild this original 3-rib block. I found a 40mm crank and yeah, managed to rebuild it, which I'm really grateful for. I haven't driven it a lot, this car, but I think I've driven it enough where it's now due an oil change. So I'm going to drop the oil and replace the oil filter. Put some nice new oil in it, and I've had it sat on the shelf for a little while. Genuine Toyota oil. So I'm going to put that in. Okay, also what I want to do is restore this this rear spoiler. So as you can see, pick it up on camera, that isn't sort of damp stains or wet stains. It has actually tarnished in the sun. It's got a bit light grey and there's darker spots, etc. But it's very inconsistent. Now I've used silicone sprays, I've used tyre gel, I've used all sorts to make it look good for shows, etc. But those are not permanent fixes. So what I need to do is remove the spoiler, give it a really, really good clean, and try and get all these bits and pieces I've used over the years, these silicones and these cleaning products and this tyre gel and all sorts, and get that as clean as I can, and I can spray that. So yeah, I'll start with that actually. So I'll show you how to remove it. Okay, so first of all, just got to remove this panel. It's just a bit of fibre board. It's held on with 10 of these pushing clips. I'll just use a set of these. These are brilliant, and hopefully it should come off quite easy. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but there's these little screws. See them there, all around the boot lid in multiple places. Believe it or not, the spoiler is held on with quite a few bolts. There's another one there. So yeah, I'll start removing them, and then the spoiler can come away from the boot lid. Stayed in the boot. I've got it off. So yeah, there is an Ae86 hatchback boot spoiler. So yeah, now this is off. Give it a good clean and a prep. Should be ready for paint. Give this a clean down whilst it's off. When this was imported from Japan, it's actually still on Jap Imports UK website. It had this big TRD style wing. It wasn't a genuine, it was a fiberglass copy. Now when this car was actually painted in the year that I purchased it, they tried fitting this wing, but because it was quite a poor replica, the fitting holes for where you'd bolt it to the boot actually sunk. It kept sinking, so in the end they decided not to put it on the car. Okay, just going to start with a little bit of Scotch-Brite. Okay, this stuff is some cleaning paste, which I bought from one of those sort of like cheap pound shops, but it's actually incredible. I've used it on all sorts, and it's mainly designed to clean up cookers and all that lot, and clean greases and bits and pieces. But I've used this many a time on plastics, and it is incredible how clean it gets it up. There you go. So what I'll do is I'll go over the whole thing, and then I'll rinse it off with some warm soapy water. Right, let's go see what we got. It's been out here for about 15 minutes. Don't know if you can pick up on camera, but you can see just how grey it's become. So that should be nice and clean now, so we can get on and dye it. Okay, so just applied the final coat. It recommends that you don't put too much on. I did have to use a little bit of white spirit just to take a little bit off. It runs very easily. It is alcohol based, and I think that's maybe what that smell is, because it is quite strong. But I'm really happy with it. I'll wait for it to dry completely before I attempt to lift it. But yeah, really happy with the result so far. So as soon as it's dry, I'll get it back on the car. Okay guys, there you go. All painted. Took a couple of attempts to get it right, but really chuffed with that. Looks so much better, more consistent. And the reason I wanted to dye it and not paint it, I didn't want it to look brand new. Everything on this car, I want it to look relatively aged. So yeah, really happy with that. And it saves me having to put products and stuff on it to get it to look shiny. So yeah, happy with that.
I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려 wait Can't wait no time is a game so I just put it all my way I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려 wait Can't wait no time is a game so I just put it all my way All I need is love all I need is hope 사랑을 갈구해 랩으로 빡치는 건 나 랩으로 얘기해 막 사는 걸 자랑을 하는 래퍼들 얘기는 no All I need is hope all I need is hope 현실을 도피해 랩으로 바쁘단 걸 날 필요로 한다고 느끼는 게 살아있단 건 날 더 느끼게 해 하고 싶은 얘기들을 담아서 노래로 만들어 나는 길을 받아서 누구에게 약이 되고 누구에겐 독 이런 얘기들은 뱀이 들어버렸네 밤에 들이부어서 얼간이 부어버려
Okay, so not going to do the oil change tonight unfortunately because myself and Ben, who is behind in his Rx7 FD3, have decided just to go for a little drive, so that's what we're going to do. So yeah, oil change another time. So yeah, catch up with you in a bit. Nothing quite like going out in your dream car. Well, this one certainly is mine. With one of your best mates behind you in his dream car, his Rx7. The sun's just about to go down, and we're just going out for a drive. And that is literally, other than working on these cars, that is literally what we love doing. And I'm so glad that we've had such good weather. Just got to wait for Chris's Rx7. He's having his engine rebuilt. Check one of the videos out, or there's multiple videos on our channel, and you'll see his progress. And there's more coming up soon where we drop the car off to get the engine put in a mat. I've just got back and I'm just waiting for Ben. His heat shield decided to come off. It was scraping along the floor. He was behind me and I thought it was my car. So we used a USB cable I had in my glove box to tie it up. So hopefully it did the job. But yeah, I thought he was going to be here before me, but he's not. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's still attached. Crazy. Here he comes. Limpy Limpy Rx7 homie. There she is.
Good as gold.
Did she make it? Well, it obviously worked. Well, that's at least safe for the night. Let's get this bad boy in. Right, I think that's going to do me for tonight.